Hi, and welcome again to another edition of Market Analysis for today, Wednesday, September 25th of 2024. I'm Giovanni Benacourt, and this is a recording previous to the USA Open. All right, so let's get with it. So, Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell's jumbo interest rate cut last week obviously helped companies by making it cheaper to borrow money, but it helped in other ways too. One of the more important ones is that it weakened the dollar, which makes U.S. exports cheaper for foreign buyers, helping overseas sales. The exchange rate of the dollar will be a key factor to watch as central banks all over the world embark on campaigns to ease monetary policy. As a rule of thumb, higher interest rates cause a currency to rise because they make investments in that currency more attractive. The flip side is that a weaker currency fans inflation by making imports more expensive. So with that being said, let's take a look at what we are seeing in the markets now. As of now, in this daily chart of the NASDAQ, we can draw out an ascending triangle. Okay, so we can speculate that because of what just happened and because we are reaching in the NASDAQ going back to almost all-time highs, and that the market in the last all this week really hasn't been able to surpass this basically triple top that has created right around 20,200 round number. So perhaps even though we are seeing on a daily chart an ascending triangle, perhaps today we might see a move to the downside. Now we can come in and measure a move just by drawing a line on the opening of that triangle and using that line, whether you're looking to go long or whether you're looking to go short. So if we were to do it in this sense, that opening gives right reference where about I had the support for it. And if we put it to it going long, we're shooting above the resistance, and this is the all-time high for the NASDAQ. So keep that in mind. It could be something like that could happen. Okay. Now let's go down to half an hour chart and let's just see what we could probably come and speculate of that movement of this chart. So right now the market is rallying, or in the half an hour chart comparison to the daily chart that we saw, it's rallying, it's making higher highs, higher lows. Okay, so we have a uptrend. Okay, RSI in the half an hour is above 50, showing a momentum to the upside. So in this scenario, we could probably come in and say, okay, yeah, market could most likely will jump to the upside. So again, where will it come in? And also just will it fluctuate towards this top here, somewhere around here, and then do a reversal, a retracement? Okay, that could be something for the NASDAQ. Let's take a look at the S&P in half an hour. Okay, so the S&P half an hour is doing a sideways, lateral movement, equal highs, equal lows. So this is also a great setup for a breakout. Okay, so we'll just break out to the upside. Okay, 5,800 is the target, and I think that we'll be probably getting to the 5,800 today. Maybe it'll just be kissed and then just do a retracement to it. So keep that in mind. Let's take a look at the Dow. So the Dow here is actually in half an hour, it did break our level of resistance because it did close above it. So let's just use that top for today. And where is my support? It's way down here. So just for the half an hour chart, let's just use this, the 200-day moving average, okay, as a possible level of support for the Dow. Let's take a look at the Russell. The Russell, all right, so the Russell is doing in this half an hour chart, it is trending lower, okay. It did a top and it's pulling back. Let's see if the 50-day moving average will be enough of a support for the Russell to rebound and continue its movement to the upside. Crude oil. Okay, so crude oil is in a sell-off mode. It did just, reached that 71.5 earlier in London session, and from there it has been in a sell-off. So today we have the report, crude oil report. So let's use 69.50 as a possible level of support, and this double top created as a probable level of resistance. Okay, so far I will assume that this $70 being a psychological round number has been the bottom for it, and perhaps maybe as the number comes out, we'll see some movement to the upside. If we come out saying that the state has actually lowered their production, we could probably see some movement to the upside. Okay, Nat Gas. Okay, so Nat Gas, even though it has just been trading sideways, looking for traction, it's taking a little peek above the Bollinger Bands, but it's quickly retreating towards the 20-day moving average, the middle line of the Bollinger Band, and the 50 is right below that. So that could be a nice level of support for it. RSI is pointing higher. So let's see if 260 will be met today. Gold. Well, gold is making just look at it, just rambling on. With all the scenario, and 2670 has been met. So 2700 is the target, the resistance, but the target for it. Initial resistance 2670 for gold in a half an hour chart. So let's see if that will be revisited today. So I'm gonna leave the same levels, 2640 still being the same level. So it's just been trading sideways, but 2700 is right around the corner. Silver is just moving higher. We are way above our level of resistance. So let's use this high right around here as a level of resistance, and let's use the 200-day moving average as support. Okay, sideways movement. Right now it's pulling back, retracing. 50-day moving average is gonna act as a possible level of support. So let's see if, as the market retraces, pulls back, and then let's see if it does a reversal on that level of 50-day moving average. Then we have copper. So copper is just $5 of copper. I think that's gonna be right around the corner. So 448 for today is going to be the target. Let's use this 200-day moving average as well as level of support. Okay. So let's see if we could take another shot at copper. Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is sustaining itself north of that 62,000 level. 64 and change is the resistance. It's just right. It's trying to close above that 50-day moving average, which is acting as a resistance level right now. So it's pulling back. Let's see as it pulls back if the 200-day moving average, which is right next to the lower Bollinger Band, acts as a nice level of support and then just rebounds from here to the upside. And we have here the euro. Currencies are looking strong because the dollar is retreating. So we did have a nice strong fluctuation to the upside. 112.5 is going to be our new level of resistance. And let's just bring this puppy up to 11,400 as level 400 as probable level of support for the euro. Move to the upside, and the pound at 134 is about to be met. Let's just bring our level of support to the 200-day moving average. 200-day moving average right about here. Okay, there we go. So to the upside, and the dollar index has recovered itself. It was trading below 100, like 99 and change. So it did peak below right around 99.90. So let's bring our level of resistance to the 200-day moving average, and let's bring a level of support to that low made earlier. So expect more volatility in the dollar index. So let's see if it'll just stay hovering around 100 or will it continue to move lower. That's it for today. Have a great trading day, and I'll see you tomorrow.